I know, like myself, you've had to grapple with this tough question before. What if when you were in high school, your mother was crushing it for $250,000 a month on OnlyFans? Would you be mortified and afraid to face your friends at school who are sharing videos with each other and snickering at the lunch table? Or would you not care because she can afford to buy you a Mercedes AMG for your 16th birthday and Pops gets to be a stay-at-home dad, all because a bunch of lonely men on the internet are willing to pay top dollar to see her bits on vertical 9x16 iPhone video? Well, you don't have to wrestle with that question anymore because there's a show on YouTube called Extraordinary Family, and in this particular episode, we get to find out what it's like when your mom is crushing the top charts on OnlyFans.
I'm a wife, a mother of 3, and I am now currently working as an OnlyFans model, making over $200K a month.
I'm sorry, $250,000 a month. Oh, I'm getting hot. That is a large sum of cash.
Our voice reacted just kind of how we expected it.
I was mainly shocked. Yeah, we sensed something was happening, obviously, but we no clue this was happening. Yeah, never would have guessed that.
Oh, you never would have guessed that your sweet mother that bared the burden of birthing and raising you would start slinging her sweet flesh to lonely simps on the internet right at the prime age for you to get relentlessly ridiculed and harassed by all of your peers in high school? Why wouldn't you have guessed that?
Yeah, never would have guessed that.
Those poor bastards.
So like a typical morning for us is you get up, I usually make a good breakfast is kind of
Florida. Why? I'm sorry. Why is it always Florida? Florida do it different, man. I'm telling you.
First, we really didn't have family breakfast time because I worked night shifts, so I was like getting home.
Used to be a nurse.
Usually exhausted after 16 hours at 8 a.m. and it's like our favorite meal.
Relatable.
So it's been really awesome being able to be home and do those things with them.
There is something to be said about being able to work for yourself, make your own schedule, right? Very commendable. This situation's a little more abstract than maybe some go-getter entrepreneurs. But it is awesome to be able to spend more time with your family. Look at the B-roll of her youngest right here. Already embarrassed without even really any context. Beginning of the video, just mortified. He's like, fuck, Mom, it's bad enough that I'm like kind of old enough now to understand what you do, but now you invite this media company into our home to film a YouTube video so hundreds of thousands of people can see it? The least she could do to ease this boy's embarrassment is take part of her fat monthly paycheck and get this young man a pair of Raycon wireless earbuds. In fact, why don't we talk about that for a minute and then we'll get right back into this Max Payne scenario for these young men. I know it's painful, but it's holiday shopping time. And if you're like me, that thought gives you unyielding anxiety, but I'm here to calm your nerves. Raycon wireless earbuds are the perfect gift to knock a few names off your shopping list this year. They're perfect for practically everyone, whether you use them to get pumped up during a workout or you want to wind down with a nice audiobook before bed. Raycons do the job well. And you won't blow your entire shopping stash either because they come in at half the price of other premium audio brands without sacrificing quality or style. I've been using my Raycon earbuds for over 2 years now. I love them. I use them for everything, and with winter here now, I like to take them up to the slope so I can rip some Avril Lavigne tunes while I'm carving some powder on my snowboard. They're subtle, they fit great, and they look cool as hell with 5 stylish colors to choose from, so you can get each family member a different color if you want to. With free shipping and returns, you can be confident in your gift giving this year while winning some points for gifting something actually useful, unlike that immersion blender that your mother's never touched once. So click the link in the description box below or go to buyraycon.com/LeonLush and use code HOLIDAY to get 15% off site-wide. Thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you, Raycon, for supporting the YouTubers we love. Appreciate you.
So today after breakfast, I'm going to, make sure to touch up my hair and makeup.
There's her husband.
Choosing outfits and, thinking about what kind of content I'm going to create. A lot of times I like to log back into my OnlyFans and kind of look at what fans have been requesting, things that they have maybe.
The B-roll shots are pristine. It's like right as she's talking about logging back into her OnlyFans and picking out what she's going to wear, crops in on her husband's face, just deadpan, dead inside, just flipping the bacon. Yep. That being said, he could be involved. I have no clue. This particular segment seems to be focused on her, but we'll see if they get in more with the husband here coming up. Let's take a peek.
I've wanted to see, and that gives me a lot of inspiration for what I'm going to shoot for the day.
Fan requests. That's how you make the big bucks.
ICU nurse was truly my passion. I believe truly I was born to be a nurse. I actually was a NICU nurse, so I worked with neonates and I loved working with families. When the pandemic hit, I think social media in general just kind of flourished. I had a small fan base already from my Instagram, so it was during the pandemic that we kind of started exploring and posting, and it just took off.
So you get the feet wet with the Instagram, start taking a couple sultry pictures, right? Boom. Pandemic hits, worldwide chaos, everyone's getting sent home. Your life's an absolute living hell, chaotic because you're a nurse, just getting smoked at work probably. You come home, you want to take some stress off. What do? You go to your husband, you say, let's start posting some lewds to OnlyFans, see what happens. Boom. A couple months later, everyone's stuck at home on their cell phones. You're making $250,000 a month. The internet truly has democratized entrepreneurship, and this young lady is a hustling. What about the kids, though?
Guy writing music.
Oh, he writes music?
And you're a TikToker.
And our other
We're
son's a
just content
TikToker.
house.
Nice.
We're all a little creative in our own way.
Oh, yes, the content house, like a modern family Team 10 NSFW version. One son's a musician, the other's a TikTok star, mom's an OnlyFans model. I would expect the next progression of this content house would be collabs. So I would expect some sort of like tasteful solo scene from mom while son number 1 is playing a Billie Eilish cover on violin, and son number 2 takes the highlights and posts them on TikTok. Just play that audio over me doing this dumb shit. Or maybe me twerking too. It's about the best I can twerk right there.
I kind of was kicked out and booted out when they discovered that I had a side gig working as an OnlyFans model. It didn't sit well with management, and they had a big problem with it, and I was ultimately given the ultimatum, discontinue what I was doing on the side or I was not going to be able to work on the unit anymore.
Well, so I actually remember this story. I think I saw it on Twitter when it happened. It was a decent amount of time ago now, but she actually got fired from her job once they found out what she does, which coincidentally, serendipitously, was probably a huge catalyst for her being able to make so much money. It went viral. She got all of this traffic, and it funneled all these people in like, hey, this nurse got fired for doing an OnlyFans, and boom, all of a sudden, all these simps are paying $12 a month to see what she looks like, and the rest is history. Kind of brilliant when you think about it from a business perspective. Also, it's 2021, and it seems a little crazy. She got fired from a job for doing a little side gig, right? Everybody knows that playing Pet the Beaver is a viable business model these days. It's not like she's stealing perks from the pharmacy or huffing bath salts on her lunch break. These hospitals need to get with the dimes.
I like to kind of go back and look and see what like fans have requested over the last week and different type of photos. The only other thing is I have to think about like the kid situation. If I'm just taking shots in my room and not
Here we go. This is the part I'm most interested in. How do you do it when buddies are at home, chilling out, playing the Xbox in the room next door? How do you handle that?
Really videos or anything. I just shut my door and I can easily get content. It's nice with my older two, like kind of knowing a little bit about what I do because it's very easy for me to say, hey, take your brother for a walk.
Oh my God.
A lot of times I do ask them to leave for sure.
Hey guys. Yeah, Mom? It's that time again, boys, okay? Okay. Grab your brother, go to the arcade. I left a 20 on the counter. Honestly, I don't care where you go. You just need to leave for about an hour because it's gonna get loud and wet in here. God, Mom, you could have just stopped at go to the movies. We get it. I mean, I'm gonna do things with that curling iron that these sad, lonely idiots online couldn't even dream of. Mom, you shut the fuck up!
First time I've heard of OnlyFans was probably around like friends and around the school and stuff. Kids
Everyone knows what OnlyFans is in high school, I'm sure.
The other night at the bar, someone asked to take a picture with her.
What?
Yeah, I told you about that.
What are you doing at the bar,
Every now
dude?
and then she has a few people come up to her, usually late at night when they're out.
She took us out for lunch.
She's got
sat us all down.
Oh,
She was
man.
pretty straightforward with us.
Mom's got OnlyFans fans coming up to her at lunch with the family. That's epic. That is epic. That is... Whew.
We obviously knew something was going on because we were financially getting better. And
Good Lord! More curves than a sine wave on her. Listen, in today's society, that peach is clearly a one-way ticket to financial freedom. So what are you supposed to do? Just live in scrubs for the rest of your life and not drive a G-Wagon? And have a family that doesn't resent you? Lame.
Does that ever lead to awkward scenarios for you all?
Oh, come on.
No, I just honestly, if they want a picture, they want a picture.
We kind of just go with it.
Yeah.
Bro, that is just, I mean, that is just 110% fully gloated cap right there. That hasn't led to an awkward scenario in homeroom, at the lunch table at school, bro. Listen, I get it. These boys, they're rolling with it. They got to roll with it. They have to. They don't have a choice, right? They just don't have a choice, and it's good. And I think that maybe we're living in such modern times now. Like I'm thinking about, like, I was raised conservatively. I'm thinking about when I was growing up. At school, we didn't have cell phones. I'm a relic, obviously, compared to most people on YouTube. So maybe this is just normal now. Like this is just a thing. Like when I was in high school, it was normal to tease your friends that had a hot mom, right? That was fun to do. But these days, it's like, it's a whole nother level when you can just walk up to your boy at the lunch table and hold up your phone with a video of his mom getting intimate with a loofah. That's fucking crazy, dude.
I do have a room sometimes that I do this in, but I love the lighting in here. I had no background in photography.
So mom's getting ready to shoot. The boys are just out in the street playing cornhole with each other.
Yeah, every now and then I'll take some pictures. She's pretty much
recreationally playing away the pain.
I just kind of played around.
Whoa, is that husband? Hold on.
She's pretty much, she does it all. Yeah, every now and then I'll take some pictures.
Oh.
She's pretty much, she does it all.
I just kind of played around with what looks best for me, and that's how I kind of taught myself.
I'm having trouble getting a read on this dude. Like, is he totally cucked? Or is he in on it? Was it his idea, or is he along for the ride, vice versa? I don't know. I'm not willing to pay to find out, but you have to wonder. I have to imagine he's like involved. Otherwise, he would be like, well, or she can just be like, hey, look how much money I made this month. And he'd be like, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. You! No judgment. Listen, I'm making jokes. Like, if this is a lifestyle that works for you, man, hallelujah, God bless, amen, praise Jesus. Not sure I could deal with it, but I'm old school.
So currently on OnlyFans, we make anywhere from $150,000 to $350,000 a month. It really just depends how much content we put out.
I don't have anything really more. You could really run your whole business off this iPhone.
Are you hypercritical of yourself in these photos?
100%.
Yeah. Yes. Said every girl ever.
I mean, I'll take probably 300 photos before I choose maybe 2 of them.
Well, it's nice to know that my wife's not alone in that. I don't know, but I imagine most of you ladies out there, you do a couple hundred photos just to find 1 or 2 you feel are acceptable for the internet. Is that the norm? I just gave up on posting altogether on Instagram. That's why I can't. But if I do decide to start posting again, I'll make sure to Facetune these nuts for you guys, so they're smooth.
I'm judged for being a mom and an OnlyFans model almost all the time. The reality is I absolutely hate that, because I don't think being a mom should stop you from doing and feeling sexy and doing what you want to do. I'm a wonderful mom. I stand by that.
Listen, I'm not judging, right? I'm just trying to process, put myself in the shoes of her high school age kids and think about back to my high school years. And I lied. I'm kind of judging. A little bit. Yeah.
I didn't really have a negative opinion or anything. I mean, we just went into it as, we'll give it a shot and see how it goes.
I don't think I'll ever return to nursing. It's something that I miss, and I definitely could see myself doing some kind of volunteer, but as far as returning back to nursing full-time, I don't think it would be in my financial interest, and I really enjoy the freedoms I have with my family now.
Gee, let me think. High 5 figures to slave away at a hospital full of sick, disgusting people all day, or $250,000 to $500,000 a month to take the occasional photo in my lingerie and headbutt my husband in the crotch on video once in a while.
I prefer the OnlyFans just because our lifestyle has changed. We get to be around the kids a lot more, and I think that's basically the overall goal.
My man gets to sit around and play League of Legends all day while his wife makes 10x his former income from getting good angled pictures of her sweater cows. I mean, life is good. Come on.
I don't have any deadline of when I would stop doing OnlyFans.
Why would you?
Certainly, right now it's what I do, and I think I have many years left of doing that. There are people well into their 60s doing OnlyFans. So
60s? Good Lord. How did I miss that demographic? Just to be clear, I view this through the lens of someone who was raised rather conservatively, so innately I have a certain feeling about this kind of thing. But what woman, comfortable with her own sexuality, would grind at a shit job to make a barely livable wage when she could just tease her shit on the internet for an insane cash flow, 20x what she'd make at the job she hates? Now, in her case, she didn't necessarily hate her old job, but they let her go when they found out. Ultimately, for me, it gets a little bit dicey when there's family involved, kids involved. But I can't speak for them, I can only speak for myself. So if the money's good enough to quell the awkwardness and potential heart-wrenching embarrassment for your kids, then get after it, I guess. It is incredibly empowering to be your own boss and make a bunch of money, make your own schedule, be available for the family, but when the trade-off is potentially traumatizing your kids, choices must be considered. And in this case, that consideration was the almighty dollar. And that's what won out in this case, and I hope it works out for him. God bless. Now, I don't charge you a dime to see the beautiful tits on this YouTube channel, so the least you could do is hit the subscribe button and stand up out of your chair, headbutt a pane of glass, and hip thrust the motherfucking like button for me. Probably helps out in the algorithm or something. And until next time, I can't wait to see you. Keep it saucy. Peace. Dude.